This unit deals with your research project, and there are two foci of the unit. One is the submission of your special project, and then the other is the discussion that you will have with your fellow course members about the research that they have done. Now, the research project is due on a specific date and time, and the file needs to be correctly submitted. Usually that is on discussion board, but follow the guidelines in the syllabus and in the course announcements. And you do want to submit it in a way that the other students will have access to reviewing it. Now, the current guidelines are that all of the research projects should be 12 to 14 pages in length. That is the text portion. That does not count the cover page or a blank page or table of contents, but the body of the paper from the introduction to the conclusion should be 12 to 14 double-spaced pages. All papers should use Turabian format, and we would prefer you use footnotes to show your resources. You also need a works cited or bibliography that uses the works that you use in your paper, because we have a required number of sources, so we want to see a bibliography that reflects the sources that you used in your paper. And normally you'll be submitting a separate copy of the paper on an assignment file that will be used for grading purposes. Now, something that can help you is to be sure that you have reviewed your paper, that it is in correct Turabian form. You'll also be reviewing some other papers and follow the guidelines for how many. And so all of this has a deadline, and you do need to respond to an appropriate number of papers. If you do not review the papers of your fellow classmates, the required number, then that will affect your grade for the research project. Now, plagiarism is a very serious violation of the Code of Ethics of NOBTS, and this will be handled if it is discovered that a student has taken sources and used them either in direct sections of quotations or indirectly using sources from another book or article and not citing them. And we certainly don't want that to be an issue, so be sure that you cite your sources carefully. We also have safe assignment, which is used to help you in looking to be sure that you have given proper citation to sources, and so you might want to run a draft of your paper through the safe assignment to check to be sure that you have properly documented the paper. Also, late papers do receive an automatic deduction, and there are so many points in addition to pass the due date, so the late penalties accumulate very, very quickly. So let me encourage you, please plan and submit your work on time. And I know that you will gain great insights from the research that you're doing, as well as reading papers submitted by fellow students. And so thank you in advance for doing excellent research and submitting quality papers.